Hey guys, thanks for tuning into my Florida drive-by. I know I haven't done it in a while. I'm on Toledo Blade, somewhere in this little town. I'm going to be getting on the I-75 and I'm going to be going northbound. So today is a big January 2nd, 22nd. And it is 2016. Oh, temperature wise, 68 degrees out. Not bad out, pretty good. And actually my car gives me 42.3 miles to the gallon, which is pretty good. And it's about 10:43 in the morning. Going to Sarasota, Florida. I hope everybody's doing good. You know, I had to bring up a subject, and this is a little bit different Florida drive-by. It's about electronics. It's about modification of the Yaesu FT DX1200. Now the FT DX1200 from Yaesu is a high-frequency all-band transmitter transceiver. When it's a transmitter and a receiver, it's called a transceiver. You know, it'll do your 6 to 160 meters, 6 to 60 meters, I think, 50 megahertz. Now, if you do a Mars modification, Mars camp modification, it's called, it gets you from 50 to 54 megahertz. But it will get you also 1.8 to 30 megahertz, which, of course, that encompasses the CB radio band, which is 11 meters, which is 27 megahertz. So you'll be able to get on CB. It's not recommended that you do it. However, if you do it, you don't blow people up out of the water, you'll be okay with the radio. Yaesu, it's a nice radio. Right now they got a $300 rebate until January 31st on the radio. The modification is pretty easy. Basically, if you want a modification to do the Mars cap 11 meter quote modification, you just flip it over and remove all the screws. You don't have to remove the screws for the legs. Just remove all the screws. I think there's 13 or 15 screws or something. I didn't count them. Take off the bottom, and then to like the right hand side, there's a little square area where you got 9 jumpers. 2 actually are taking place, and then you count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is the one you're going to do. It's just a little jumper that's not soldered. There's nothing on it. It's just a solder pad. You're just going to put a bridge there, a little piece of solder, so they connect each other. That's all you're going to do. And you put it back together. And then I think after you put it together, I don't remember, I got my documentation, I don't have it with me because I'm driving. You hold in the, you turn, okay, make sure the radio's off, hold in your fast, and I think lock on the front of it. Hold those in and turn the power on, and let it power up until you get a display, and then let go. That's going to wipe out your memory, so if you have any settings in there, you got to write them down. But that'll wipe it all out, and then you should be able to get to your 27 megahertz. You should be able to broadcast and receive on the 27 11 meter band. Okay. You know, having a radio is nice because it is kind of a shit hits the fan device. It's not bad having some kind of transceiver in case there's an emergency. You need to get out, broadcast something. So they're kind of all right. Not a requirement. You're better off with a portable handheld something than a base station. So that would probably be better. Or even just a walkie-talkie, you know, or 11 meter CB radio or something. But it's nice to get into it. I used to be in an extensively radio. I never got my ham license, but I had a CB license. And my handle used to be Electron Man, KWI 6040. Electron Man, that's who I was. I used to do a lot of QSL. QSLing is, you can do the same thing in ham radio. QSLing is when you contact somebody you have a mail a QSL card. And a QSL card's basically like a 3x5 card, and it's got the guy's call sign, and it might have a design on there or something. And you collect them from different parts of the country. And that's kind of neat. That just shows you on your radio how far you talked. So it's kind of cool having QSL cards. But you should get a PO box at least this way. Then they're just sending it to your PO box. But that's QSL cards. One thing nice about the Yaesu 1200, it has dual VFOs. It has a scope. It has a built-in antenna tuners, which is really nice. The front end of it, the receiver and all the filters and stuff, and the sensitivity is really nice. It's really good. It's like the same thing they have in the 9000. You also have in there two optionals, a recorder. You can record some of your QSO, QS, when you're doing your contacts. That's an option. I think it's a little board you put in there. I don't know how much it costs, probably a few hundred. And then they have the FT DX1200, which is a scope CW decoder. And that's another option. That's about $189. So shipped probably about $200. And you just actually flip on the bottom of the radio over, and there's a place on the motherboard of the radio for the decoder, and there's another little section where you can put the FFT-1 decoder in. So, and they have like interfaces for your computer and different stuff. It's a nice radio. Myself, I would have bought the 9000, but I bought some guns, so I have money into those guns. I wouldn't mind getting a 9000 one of these days. By then, they'll have probably the 10,000. But that's a massive radio. I mean, it's big. It's got a built-in power supply, and that's the only bad thing when you buy like a radio, like the 1200. You got to go out and front out for a friggin' power supply, and then you're gonna have to spend pretty close to almost $200 for a good power supply. I end up buying. The Yaesu one's like $300, but I picked up a Tech Power 50 amp. So Tech Power makes some fairly good ones. I've seen it advertised on some ham websites. So if they advertise Tech Power, then you know it's probably a fairly good, rate power supply. It's got a set 13.8 volts. Then it's adjustable up to 15 volt. It's 50 amps. I think with a peak of like 53 or 52 or 53 amps. It's got a UV meter on the front, and it's got a cigarette plug connection on the front. So we'll see how it is, we'll try it out. I just don't have a power supply yet. I probably won't be getting one until Saturday. And then once I get it, I'm going to probably do a lot of reviews on the radio. I'll probably get into some of the settings, because a lot of people probably aren't familiar with the actual settings on the radios. So I'll go through some of the notch filters, and, the different options on the radio, and how to set them. And I'll go right from the manual. And this way, people will know. So I can do quite a few, every few hundred videos just from that. But we will have it starting up. I already did the Mars cap modification from 11 meter to the radio, and I have a video up for that already. So when I get the power supply, I'll be booting it up into 27 megahertz, and we'll be seeing how that works. And but I wanted to bring that up, something on radios. And I know Buzza, I think that's how you pronounce his handle. He's a radio guy, Yannigo guy, and he's going to probably get back into radio, so the shout-out's probably kind of going to him. And Hot Dogger, hey, my Aussie friend, I was just asking him, does he know anything about radio? Or what about Precision Marksman or Gun Lover or any of those guys out there that are always commenting on my videos all the time? But, yeah, when you get a chance, if you guys could subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Comment, it's always good. And if you've got some tips for the Yaesu FT DX1200 high frequency transceiver, let me know. So far, the only one I know is opening up that receive transmit. So I'm new to this radio, so you know, I'd like to. Well, I don't think it opens up the receive. I think it just opens up the transmit frequency. Opens it up to think to 1.8 to 30 megahertz and 50 to 54 megahertz. So I guess it's 60 to 60. But yeah, so thanks a lot, guys. I hope everybody's doing great. And please comment, please subscribe, and don't be a stranger, guy.